Hey, hey, welcome or welcome back. It is, as always, good to see you today. Hello, Scythe, my wonderful YouTube wife. You got rid of the Mademoiselle. Thank you, as always, for being here early and popping in that information for me. I appreciate you more than you know, my dear. All right, it is. What is today? Is it Thursday? I think today's Thursday. It's been a while, and I am sorry. Um, I had an urgent manual that I had to get done in just a few days for my part time work, and it kicked my ass. So all I've been doing is working. But I finished it yesterday morning ish, afternoon, um, and I did more hours than I'm supposed to, so I'm pushing hours on to next week. So hopefully, um, so hopefully, I'll have time this weekend to catch up on things here in the Amberverse side. Oh yes, the bird. I'm so sorry that the kitty attacked a bird. I hope the bird is okay. Yeah, if I need anything, I'll holler at you. Hey, Lizzie, good to see you. And Lizzie says hello. Um, just a quick. I haven't really been watching many things because I watched them with you all on the channel. But Amberlynn did her live stream last week or this past Tuesday for her members. Um, and she's been answering questions on Instagram, which we won't get to those today. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, if I stream, we can go through her Instagram posts, her Q&As. And she went live last night at like midnight. So we'll have to watch that eventually, or I may just watch it and then just give a recap of it or whatever. I don't know. Um, I hate having to sit here and make you all suffer through me yapping for hours and hours. Um, but according to her live stream, so her live stream Tuesday night, she had like 4 White Claws. She was feeling it by the end. There were lots of tears. She cried a lot. Lots of going to the bathroom because she broke the seal and she had to keep peeing. Um, Her internet kept going out because of the weather. It was very, very windy. It's still very windy here in the Midwest. And people were like, oh, because the stream ended because she lost her connection. So then she started streaming from her phone, and people were like, this is awful. I'm not subscribing. You owe us more. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, Amberlynn can't control the fucking internet. Get a life. Jeez. Uh, Thank you, Lizzie. um, yeah, lots of tears. Let's see. One of the funnier lines. She made me actually laugh out loud. Somebody gave a $5 super chat and was being kind of a dick. And her response, um, if I can remember, I wrote it down. She said, um, boo boo boo, because it made me laugh. She said, it was quite funny. Oh, well, while I'm looking for what she said, oh, I'm gonna take that $5 and probably get some chicken nuggets or something. I thought it was pretty funny. Um, and she was texting someone quite a bit, and she said it was her lawyer. Highly unlikely. I don't think a lawyer would appreciate somebody messaging them at like 10 p.m. about random YouTube bullshit. Um, so who knows who it really was? Because she said threatened Salty Crab. She just let Salty Crab know that if she did not take down her video using clips from Amberlynn's members only stream, that she would give a copyright strike. I think Amberlynn should just do copyright claims, which can still be disputed, but claims mean that Amberlynn get the income from those videos. If somebody's just strictly uploading complete videos of your content with no with no context, no transformative whatever. I don't know how true that is, because if it's being transformative, even if it's behind a paywall, using little bitty clips here and there, I don't know. Because we all know that Callie's members only live streams whenever she was going through that breakdown after she and Shane broke up. All of those are freely available. People have published those. Hey Mars, good to see you. Oh. Uh yeah, I'm in there on purpose, Peep Chop. I was looking something up. Um because I wrote something in the chat in Discord that I was looking for. So, um that's why I was in the Discord. Uh it seemed like she was fighting with whoever. I don't know what she was doing. She just, and then yeah, because she had her phone in front of her like here, but then she kept moving her laptop over, and like all we could see was like the back of her laptop like multiple times, and it's like, come on, dude. Um, so let's see what else was there. She said she hates all reaction channels, hates every single one of them, hates all of them. And Yo Mama was in the chat and said, "Me too." And I'm like, "Aren't you a reaction channel, Yo Mama?" Um, so she hates all of us with no exception. And let's see, what else was there? Somebody asked her what her physical type was, and she said tattoos. And then she started crying because she's like, why am I thinking of somebody in particular? And we all know she's thinking of Tommy, because Tommy had tattoos. Um, so she cried multiple times over Tommy. Somebody in chat said that Tommy said something along the lines of that it was only 3 months relationship. It wasn't that serious. I've been through multiple. I've been through all of the comments on Tommy's 2 recent Instagram posts. Never saw Tommy say that. Tommy did say that she very much cared for Amberlynn, and that she didn't feel like it was a rebound. But speaking of Emily, or provoked, as um, yeah, it's a little slow, Peep Chop. There is a delay. So speaking of Emily, before we get into finishing Amberlynn's stream here, well, poopy. I didn't put these on the right. I didn't put these on the right layer, so we're gonna just look at them here. Or maybe we'll pop over to here. There we go. That's where I want to be. So, sorry I lost. Sorry I lost favor with her. She hates everybody. It's fine. I don't care. Um, she's probably upset with me over things that I've said, because so here's the thing with Amberlynn and her bipolar disorder. She takes everything as a slight. You could say one thing she disagrees with, and she takes it as a complete personal offense, even though it's like, hey, we're entitled to our opinions. You're welcome to give your opinion as well. But Amberlynn takes things very personally, and that's just how she is. And it's because probably because of her BPD, right? She doesn't know how to regulate. She doesn't know how to recognize when it's actually not that serious, and she doesn't know how to cope. So hopefully this DBT therapy, or DPT, because the T in DBT means therapy. Hopefully doing this therapy will give her the tools that she needs to cope and deal with these things, and then she can stop being like, I'm having a DPT breakdown, or a BPD breakdown, and hopefully she can get better. Oh, so her break is only going to be like 2 weeks. She went live last night. She said she's going to post one day next week, like the 24th, 27th, or something. One of those days, I can't recall. So she's only taking like a 2-week break, which is kind of funny, because somebody asked me in a DM how long I thought she would take as a break, and I said, 2 weeks. But then I think on my live stream I said, I give her a month. I wish she would take a longer break, because even during this break, she was answering Q&As on Instagram. I don't know how this short of a break and then staying on Instagram and watching videos and all these things, doing the live streams, I don't know how that is helping her. I don't know how it's helping her. I really don't. This can't be good for her mental health. We have videos from Beck, we have videos from Lex, we have videos with Beck and Destiny, which we'll get to this weekend, hopefully. I don't know how this short of a break is doing her any good. I don't know. I would like to see her just step away for a little while, figure out things that she can do aside from YouTube to earn income, and work on her mental health, work on focusing on herself. But here we have one of the posts from Emily that was on Instagram this last week. When you first start reading it, you think it might be about Amber, but it's not. So if you can't read that, it says, it's hard to accept the loss of something so profound. Losing a love that wasn't just about being together, but about truly belonging to each other. It was a world that only we knew, a space where I never had to question how deeply I was loved. Being with you was the safest, warmest feeling I've ever known, and nothing in this world will ever replace that. Lately, my mind keeps pulling me back to the moments that changed everything, because I remember it all. The moments when I could still reach for you in a world that now feels so unfamiliar. Losing you wasn't just losing someone I loved, it was losing the love of my life. You are still with me, not in the way I wish you were, but in the way I feel you every single day, in the signs you send me, and the way your voice still plays in my head saying, "Good morning, my love," like you always did. I hold you in the places I still expect to find you, and the spaces you left behind, and the ache that never really goes away. There has been so much noise, so much outsized judgment, so much that has tried to rewrite our story, but they don't know. They never knew. Our love was ours, and it was real, and no matter what anyone says, no matter what happens, that love remains. It lives in me. It lives in the people who truly knew us. It lives in every place where I still feel you. I miss you, Colleen, my princess girl, more than I will ever be able to say. My love for you will never fade, not in this lifetime or any other. And then the first the first comment here on it is, if you love someone, be with them. Ignore the haters, ignore the harassment. They thought it was about Amber. Apparently they didn't finish reading it. So it seems like Emily is still working through her grief and trying to really find that space. And it's when you're with somebody that's lost their previous partner, due to them passing, it's hard, because you know they're always going to love that person, on some level, and it makes it almost sound like that Amber was a rebound. But even in but in the comments, Emily does respond to somebody and says, "No, Amberlynn was not a rebound. I truly cared for her, but that she was still grieving and was looking for love and affection." Um, so, in this next post, Emily posted this picture of some clouds and says, "When you're desperate to feel anything other than heartbreak, you learn to blur the edges of red flags. You find yourself clinging to the warmth someone offers, even if shadows linger behind it. Sometimes the warmth you cling to is just the glow of the gaslight, and by the time you realize it, you're already burned. The grief has a way of making comfort feel like salvation, and in the quiet ache of loss, you only want to see the light, even if it flickers." Yeah. Yeah, it's. I think Emily probably did really care about um, uh, Amberlynn. Probably loved her as well. Again, I said this during several months that I really truly wondered about Emily's motives and motivation in the relationship, and then it seemed really really quick. Um, uh, it's it's a tough situation to be in. It really is. I mean, I feel bad for Amber. I feel bad for Emily. Um, but we know that Amberlynn latches on to people really quickly and falls in love super, super quickly. So, um, I hope Amberlynn can find a relationship. She says she's going to stay single forever. I hope she finds a relationship after she's been able to work through some of these issues that that BPD brings up, and find somebody that just loves her for her, right? And is just happy with that person. And if possible, it sucks that she can't share that online. Um, and she should be able to, to post something on Instagram. Hey, this is my girlfriend. We're going bowling. We're out having dinner. We're just going for a walk. She should be able to share that and not worry about that person being harassed and being doxxed. I think anybody should be able to have that freedom. Um, Unfortunately, the community has gotten so toxic that's not possible. Um, but we are going to finish today. I have a meeting at 9 p.m., so I'm hopefully not going to stream until then. But we are going to work on finishing her live stream from nearly 2 weeks ago because I've been so freaking busy. Um, this is her live stream that she did for the public called Breaking My Silence. Excuse me. So, we have about 50 minutes left of it. And I have her sped up to 1.5 speed. I'm very quiet. I'm sorry, Peep Chop. I can't help you. My microphone is up as loud as it'll go now. And I don't feel like shouting. So, Lizzie says, people want to hear about her relationships, but then they ruin it by being weird and stalking them. Yeah, 100%. Just like people are always like, we want more side characters. We want to meet people. She can't. She can't show people. She's able to show Mama Lynn because Mama Lynn's history and past is already out there. But it's like she can't show people. And that's just sad. Sad, sad, sad. But, alright, let's pop into it here.
How's Mama Lynn? Good. Oh, you enjoy her? Raven, that's so sweet. I love when people love my mom. Amber, since you're using Factor, you should try their low-carb meals. It'll be super helpful. I'll do keto with you, Skinny Legends 2025. Thank you for the super chat. I'm definitely trying all their meals, keto included. But good luck on your journey. You got this. I do love a Factor meal. Should we have one together? I'm just kidding. I don't want to right now.
Yes, let's have a Factor meal together.
Do you regret blaming Beck for your cancer? Yeah.
I had a Factor box delivered on accident. I forgot to cancel this week. And they sent me a couple of them with like shrimp in them. I don't eat seafood. I have it listed as an allergen even on there, and I still got sent a fucking box with 2 meals with shrimp in them. And one that had like a pork chop. I have pork listed as well.
I'm sorry for that. I worded that so weird, like back in the day. 100%. I shouldn't have done that. I watched a health documentary on iron, low levels cause.
Wait, what was this?
Do you regret blaming Beck for your cancer? Yeah, I'm sorry for that. I worded that so weird, like back in the day. 100%. I shouldn't have done that. I watched a health documentary on iron, low levels cause fatigue.
Good for her for being like, yeah. No, I shouldn't have said that.
I think you're getting plenty, just maybe from all the forks and spoons. Huh? I do have low iron. I'm anemic, so.
Same girl.
Do you think 10 plus years of horrible behavior gives you the right of forgiveness? I think everyone should be forgived if they're accountable for what they did, you know? Yeah, so Dainty, I always thought I was anemic because I had cancer and I was bleeding like all the time. But I'm still anemic and I haven't had cancer in almost 5 years. So you still have scars on your hand. Why? I have excoriation, so I pick my skin. And it's like when I don't touch like a scratch or whatever, like I heal perfectly, beautifully. Like a good example of that is my 21 incision of a hysterectomy that I had. It healed beautifully. No complications, nothing. Like the scar is barely there. Like it's pretty freaking awesome, to be honest. but I will get like a little scratch and I will pick it till it becomes bigger and deeper and worse. Like I can't stop. I've been doing it since I was a little girl. My dad did it and I grew up seeing him do it. So then it'll just get worse and worse and worse and it becomes scars. And I've tried to get help for it and I just don't know what to do.
I'm not sure what could help with excoriation. I don't know. I don't know if there's any medication to prevent that, or if maybe, I don't know, just keeping Neosporin on them to try to help them heal, even if you do pick at it. I don't know. One thing. Oh, that's in her Instagrams, but in one of her Instagram stories, somebody mentions something about Tommy, something Tommy had said, and Amberlynn clapped back with, "That's not what she said 3 days ago." It's like, what? Still talking to Tommy? Who knows? But I just thought of that because somebody over here asked in the chat, "Are you friends with Tommy?"
It really sucks. Do you think any ex will ever forgive you? No. No.
No, they probably won't. And I mean, and that's fine. They don't have to. I mean, that's their prerogative. If they want to hang on to those feelings for forever, that's on them. I mean, Amberlynn has tried to take accountability. She's tried, and she thinks she is, but it's lacking. And I hope she would listen to people that try to explain why it's lacking. But she's trying.
I don't. What's one thing you wish you could have said to Beck back then? I don't know, like, because I did apologize to them. Like, I read you guys a little short excerpt of that. So I definitely did my apologies privately. I don't know. I don't wish I would have said anything. I wish I would have just behaved differently while we were together. Regardless, I don't think Beck and I, even if it was a good relationship, I don't think Beck and I would have lasted. And that's okay. Like, that's genuinely okay. Like, some relationships just don't work out that way. But I wish things just would have been differently, and I feel bad on my end for sure. Why am I choosing to show my underwear? Because why not? They're cute. Do you still speak to your Aunt Tammy? I'm actually not supposed to really talk about that. There's just...
Oh, you're not supposed to talk about your Aunt Tammy. Interesting. I mean, I don't care. I don't care if she talks about that aunt or not. But
certain people that don't want to be talked about online, whether good, bad, all in between. I just have to respect that. That's why a lot of, like, my family members, besides my mom, sometimes my grandma, like, my stepdad don't even want to really be on camera. Like, friends, like, they just don't want to be a part of it.
Because of the way the community
play choosy on live. With what? I don't really have anything to play choosy with in this current moment. But I would. Are you joking?
Where's your journals?
I'd play choosy with you, Danny. Let's do it.
So Lizzie, it's during her Torrid hauls. She ordered underwear, and she was showing the underwear, like, "Oh, I got these. Look at these cute little bows. Oh, look at these." And so she wasn't actually like being like, "Hey." No, she was holding up the underwear that she'd ordered and that came in her Torrid.
Let's do it. Like, it literally is the most calming thing in the world. No, it's not backwards. I just showed the tag. Last time I got a cancer screening.
She wore it backwards the first time she bought it.
What they do for me, because my cancer was my uterine cancer. I have to get CT scans of my
was my uterine
pelvic region / abdomen. And the last time I got one was, when did I get that CT scan? I think 8 months ago. So we're about right on the right path. I'm supposed to do one a year. So
okay, good.
We're good. Show your cancer scar. God, no. Are you yoking me? Someone just said you didn't have cancer. Okay. All right. Asshole. Why did you have so many crop charms? It was specifically...
Yeah, Amberlynn did have cancer. I don't know why people keep insisting that she doesn't or didn't have it. I don't understand that. And it's honestly none of our business, but she shared that with the community back when it happened, and that journey and everything, and she's shown even like the diagnosis and medical records, and people are still choosing to not believe it for some fucking reason. I don't understand. I don't understand some people. I really do not.
To do choosy. Did I find Beck boring? No, no. So I'm not going to be talking about Tommy. I'm not going to be talking about feederism. I'm not going to be talking about any of that. So you can send me as many super chats as you want, but I'm not going to respond to it because I already set that boundary. But you never had Crocs. I know I bought them specifically for Choosy. Nick Ocado said you lied about having cancer. I'll be right back.
Oh, is she going to go get a printout? So Nick Ocado was trolling. Nick Ocado was a troll the last 8 years, whatever, 5 years. I don't know how long he's been doing his bullshit. For people to be like, well, this random YouTuber was shading and... Oh, where are you going, Amber? Where are you going? Okay, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Fast forward. Oh, are we back? I think she went to get an old phone. Probably a phone that had messages with Nick Ocado. Because she keeps all of her old phones and they have
okay. Messages. So me and Nick used to text.
Yes.
Obviously. So, June 5th of 2020. He texted me. No, this is the other phone. This is the one where I was getting screenshots from that I had to go to my storage unit for. Just specifically for this live stream. Okay. No, Nick as in Nick Ocado avocado. I haven't used this phone, you guys, since I was with Beck. Okay. I saw your YouTube video today. This was when I posted my cancer video. I saw your YouTube video today. I wish I knew the right words to make you feel better. Seeing you cry like that really put a pit in my stomach, and I hurt for you today. You're going to get through this and come out a stronger person. I was hurting so bad. You said you didn't have 2 phones. I said I didn't use 2 phones because I don't. I had to go to my storage unit today to get this. And he was like, thank you so much. And then sent me this whole paragraph about trolls, haters, cancer, you know. And then because he was telling me I shouldn't be doing YouTube because of my cancer, it's going to make it worse, etc., etc. So I was like, I wasn't sure what to say. YouTube is my job. I don't want cancer to debilitate me. And
level up with our best body wash yet. More moisture, same nourishing care. Tiny technology.
It's not rude.
Peep Chop said Nick Ocado was a freak. I think he was playing a character. He was playing a character, and he seems like a really genuine guy whenever he's not playing that character. So...
to read his text. He literally said that I lied about cancer, but we talked about me having cancer. So this is what I'm trying to show to you. And then he was like, I know you told me personally that the comments affected you, And then he asked, what stage of cancer is it? And at the time I didn't know. So I said, they don't know a stage yet, but yeah, I definitely appreciated the advice. Hate comments sometimes bother me, but since I've been diagnosed with cancer, I kind of see things differently now. And he asked, have you been in an MRI to see if it spread? And I was like, yes, I'm getting test done. I've had constant appointments lately. It's overwhelming me. So all of these things are true. This was me and Nick texting about cancer. So it's like, for him to sit there and say that I lied about it is not true. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I've been meaning to, but it's because that was like a
People are commenting over in the chat that Beck confirmed that Amberlynn had cancer. We shouldn't have to be like, oh, well, Beck confirmed that she had this. Amberlynn had already shown this. Why do you have to run to Beck to try to confirm things about Amberlynn that's already been confirmed by Amberlynn just because you don't like Amberlynn and want to believe that she lies about every single thing in her life? We watched her go through, well, I didn't at the time, but I went back and saw videos from that time period go through this.
a really hard time because, like, when he uploaded that video, everyone, like, put 2 and 2 together, and I was being downright harassed, being told, my mom died of cancer, you deserve to die, you fucking fat pig. Like, the craziest things were being said to me, and I was like, and it was all because of Nick Ocado's video, so, yeah, that was really sad. Someone said Beck confirmed that the cancer was real. Yeah, I mean, so did Destiny and everyone else in my life. Like, that was real. Like, it was a real experience that I lived. Someone said I'm skipping super.
Somebody said in the chat, you and Nick would make a cute couple. They're both gay. Hey, Jonalyn, good to see you. I hope you're doing well because ALR is such a liar. She does lie about stupid shit, but she doesn't lie about everything. most of the things that she's lied about, it seems from what I can recall, were mostly things involving ex-girlfriends and things about them, mostly. There are other things, yes, but that was a good chunk of them.
Chats. No, I'm just
When it comes to those sorts of things, she's better off, instead of lying about something, just not responding.
it's people asking me questions about things I said I'm not going to speak about.
So I wish you would stop watching the chat and go back to responding to things.
Which is Tommy, feederism, etc., etc. I said I'm not talking about it. The creaking. Oh, it's just this table. Sorry. It's a creaky table. See? It's one of those like cheapo ones. I need to get like a better one, really. Play choosy with your favorite exes. Stop. Why did some old videos disappear of Libra? Oh my god, I haven't said that in so long. Of Libby, because the craziest rumors have. See, I'm not really supposed to actually speak about this because I do have a lawyer for the situation, but I'm able to share this on my time. The craziest rumors are happening about someone who was literally genuinely like a little sister / friend to me, and I can't imagine being Libby and having people think that they were abused when they weren't. Like, so I was trying to just delete the videos with Libby because I was like, this is fucking weird. Like, genuinely the weirdest thing ever. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So she has a lawyer apparently. She's mentioned this a few times. Didn't she see, Lizzie says, didn't she show documents about the cancer diagnosis? Yes, she did. I don't know why Beck needed it. Yeah, I don't know either, Lizzie. I don't.
Choosy with the exes. I will do it. I'll genuinely do it right now. I'm not even joking. Fuck. Do you use air conditioning every day?
Do what?
Genuinely the weirdest thing ever. So, yeah. Choosy with the exes. I will do it. I'll genuinely do it right now. I'm not even joking. Fuck.
Who cares?
Do you use air conditioning every day? No. Lawyer Frank? No. I met Libby because of Destiny. Yeah. I can agree with that, Selena. I was super fucking misguided and immature, 100%. I take accountability in that.
I don't know what Selena said. Yeah, I've mentioned that before too. The age that Amber was at, she was mentally much younger, and Destiny was like, what, 21, 22? I don't think Amberlynn saw Libby as like a teenager, like 16. Amberlynn probably felt more on an equal level and treated her as more of an equal than she probably should have. And I think a lot of people, maybe in their early 20s, when they have a friend that's maybe a few years younger in their late teens, might do that. So I don't think Amberlynn was inappropriate with Libby. She may have said some things maybe she shouldn't have said or done just because she was just joking around, or she and Destiny were talking about things. But I certainly don't think she was abusive in those things.
Why try everything but exercise? Stop. Call Destiny? No.
No.
Choosy Erica or Alexis? This is weird.
Neither.
I have an answer, but I'm not saying it. I actually changed my mind. Actually, I feel nervous. Okay, Erica.
That why even respond to these things? Because then people be like, oh, Amberlynn still wants to be with Erica.
You said Beck was manipulative in what ways? I don't want to bash Beck. Like I said, I'm not here to do that.
But you will sprinkle in little things here and there during the member streams. So it's
Erica's wild for sure. That's so weird. Oh my gosh, go off paper, stop. Wait, where's that part? Do you understand that just because you enjoyed Choosy, it doesn't mean Beck enjoyed it? Yeah, I know, but that's like weird to me because they never gave me the like inclination that they didn't enjoy it. And it's like, when you're in a relationship, like you do things with your partner that like maybe you low-key don't want to do, but like you want to make them happy. Like I am not about like Beck loves a movie. Beck collects movies. Like while we were together, like their collection got drastically bigger. Like that was their thing. And they wanted me to watch all the Kate Winslet movies. That's not my thing, you know? So I would sit there and I'd watch with them. And you know, Choosy was just like an activity for me that I liked. So I never once thought it was something that they didn't want to do. I think that when you love someone and you're in a relationship with someone, like sometimes you have a hobby and you want your partner to join in and vice versa. And that's all literally genuinely it was for me. And it just makes me sad that it was something bigger for them. And I wish they would have just told me because Trust me, there were times where I was like, oh my God, let's play a board game. Let's do this. Let's do that. And they never wanted to, and I accepted it. So when it comes to choosy, it would have just been that as well. If they didn't want to, they could have said so, and I would have, accepted it as what it was,
I will say that is true. I mean, for Beck to be coming out now, being like, "Oh, I never enjoyed this. I didn't want to do this," but I don't understand. It was a silly game that Amber likes to do, to pick things, and I don't know why people are using it as like, "Oh, it's a psychological torture. She used it to torture Beck." I think that is one of the most fucking ridiculous things that I've heard. And if Beck didn't like it, then Beck could have been like, "Hey, I don't really enjoy this." But Amberlynn, I think, is correct. Whenever you're in a relationship with somebody, you're not gonna like all of the same things, but you might do something or go to something with your partner because they enjoy it. Like when I was with my ex-girlfriend, I wanted to go see Two Cellos when they came to St. Louis. It wasn't really my girlfriend's thing, but she went with me because I wanted to go and she wanted to spend that time with me. So we went together. I mean, she wanted to watch a movie that I didn't really, I never had any desire to watch, but we sat and we watched it together at her house. And it's because you do those things because your partner enjoys them and it makes your partner happy. So you, even if it's not something that you might enjoy yourself, you enjoy seeing your partner happy. So I don't know why this is, Lizzie, why is choosy such a big deal? Genuinely, I don't know. I don't know, Lizzie, why it's such an issue. Hey, Aaron. So good to see you. Sai's busy, so she can't give our Canadian call. But I'm glad you are here. Apparently she's trying to read and squinting.
I also collect movies.
Girl, Amber, get your glasses.
I've been with my high school sweetheart for 24 years. You compromise, but I never make him do something he didn't enjoy. We compromise and communicate. Yeah, I agree with that. That's why I said, like, if Beck would have said that they didn't want to, then bam, that would have been that, Did you play choosy for hours and days at a time? Not for days at a time. That's
days at a
crazy.
time.
Crazy.
Only Monopoly can you do.
For me, myself, though, I could sit there and do it for hours. Absolutely. Do you regret your friendship with Alexis? Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, Alexis. We'll get to her videos this
How I Met Your Mother
weekend.
or Friends. I've never really seen either of them. No, Jay. No. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what did Jay say? Jay sent a super chat saying, oh, no.
Did you get your BPD diagnosis from Life Plus Cindy? No, that's actually the reason, because I got diagnosed before I even found her. And then when I found her, I was like, whoa, no wonder why I'm like kind of liking this girl here. Talk about how different Lex is in person versus her pics.
Oh my God,
I know that I'm a catfish. I'm like a catfish, fatfish, as they call them.
Catfish, fatfish. Oh my God. Because they all use filters, right? They use filters to make their face look so much thinner and everything, and I don't.
Yeah, so she looks different. Don't we all though? Like we all look different in our photos. Like that's just how it is.
I mean, if you use filters, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't use filters. I assume what you see on camera and what you see in pictures of me are what I look like. It's probably the same thing that I'm seeing. But, yeah.
Fatfish is crazy. It's a catfish, fatfish. That's literally me.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every done.
I'm getting back on track with Factor.
Fresh, never frozen meal.
But it's literally me. Like you can't, like there's no denying it. No, don't hold back. Someone's like, dude, Lex was unrecognizable. I would have.
I will say yes. The Lex looked a lot different in the pictures and videos when Amberlynn met Alexis in person than what we saw on like TikTok when Alexis did those TikToks. Hey DV. But I mean, whatever. She is who she is.
I think Alexis is very attractive, okay? So I don't want anyone to twist what I'm saying, but I wouldn't have recognized her. That's all. I could see people, oh my God, I could say the sky is blue and it's actually blue, and people be like, nah, it's pink. Like, it's scary you.
Is she not gonna answer or talk about anything else that Beck brought up in videos, or is she just gonna be responding to the chat the rest of the video? Because she didn't cover very much outside of chat. I don't understand the purpose of this.
The cruelest thing.
I think she could have made this a sit down record video and covered things very succinctly, very, I don't know, she could have covered it better, more completely, without getting distracted by the chat.
I ever said to Beck, God, I can't remember a lot of what happened, obviously, but let me think of something. It's not really what I said, it's just like what I did, like forcing them to like come home quicker and like being annoying about it, you know?
Yes.
Have you watched Wicked? Oh, yes. So good. Are you joking? Are you freaking joking? There was never like an actual timer involved, and Beck finally like came out and said that there was never a timer involved. So I'm glad that they did that, but like, why did they say there was in the beginning? That's weird to me. Do you worry about your health as you get older? Yes.
Did Beck say that? I haven't heard that yet. It might be in a video that I haven't seen yet, because there are a few videos of Beck's that I haven't gotten around to. And there's just so much crap.
Do you think Ariana and Cynthia are in love? I've thought about that. It could be like a platonic thing too.
Cynthia has a wife.
You know?
A clock is not a timer. I mean, a clock can be a timer, but timing someone and being like, hey, I want you home by 5 is two different things. Hey, Fiona's mom, how you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Beck said they pick lint off of you all the time. You said it was only a few times explained. Okay, so never did they pick lint off of me. It was a massage. And no, it was literally like once every 6 months, because they genuinely did not like doing it. And something else to add to that is it was never 45 minutes. It was usually like 20. And they always had their headphones in, and they got to listen to music, and they were just doing their own thing. And
they got to listen to music. I'm doing you a favor. You get to listen to music while you're doing this plucking on me. I had a massage on Tuesday. It was so wonderful. Amanda's great. It was so helpful. I've been so stressed. Amanda's the name of my massage therapist. Doing okay, Fiona's mom. Hanging in there as well. So I think, again, this is something that if Amberlynn's like, hey, I'd like you to do this for me, and if Beck would be like, yeah, I don't really like doing this, then don't. Or if you're just like, fine, we'll do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't understand why these are all coming out as these huge issues with like, oh, I didn't really like doing this, but I did it anyway. Well, yeah, because she was your girlfriend and you wanted to make your girlfriend happy. Now, could it also be possible that if Amberlynn didn't get her way, she would throw a hissy fit because at that time she wasn't regulated? It's quite possible. I can definitely see wanting to walk on eggshells around somebody with BPD because you don't want to piss them off. But if you genuinely don't want to do something, like if you can't stand feet, if you hate feet and don't like feet, if your partner's like, give me a foot massage, you just be like, no. I'm sorry, honey, but no, I am not touching your feet. I do not like feet. So you have to set boundaries within your relationships too, as well as with people outside of those relationships. And it sounds like people weren't setting boundaries. And granted, Amberlynn sucked at boundaries because she would keep showing people in videos that didn't want to be shown. Amberlynn didn't respect those kinds of boundaries. But it's just, people need to understand consent and boundaries. And it seems like in a lot of these early relationships, there was none of that.
They genuinely seemed like it was just a loving partner thing to do. Like, I personally don't understand. Like, I'm coming to the terms that Beck did not like me our whole relationship. Like, that's what it boils down to at this point. Because I think back of the relationships I've had since.
I think a lymphatic massage would be great for you, Fiona's mom. It sounds very relaxing and nice.
And it's like, we did loving things in our relationship because that's what you do. I didn't know it was a bad thing to spend time with your partner, to give them massages, and it just doesn't make sense to me.
It does sound like that Beck really did not like Amberlynn. It really does. The more that Beck says about Amberlynn and the relationship, that Beck was just unhappy the entire relationship and didn't really want to be in it.
Because I would do the same thing for them. Yes, it wasn't like, because they would do like my back and shoulders, but for them, they like their hands and arms, and I would do the same thing for them with my fingers like this for like 20-30 minutes at a time because they loved it. That's what you do when you're in a relationship. Like, I don't understand.
Yes, Aaron, book that appointment with the massage therapist. I might book another one really soon. I actually forgot my wallet because I was in a rush. I pay for the massage in advance, but like my tip and then also for the extras that I add on to it, I usually pay cash for after the massage. I ran out without my wallet because I had a call for work and then I had to run out really quick, forgot my wallet. So I was going to Venmo my massage therapist. Well, apparently she had my number wrong in her phone. And she's like, "Oh, I've been texting you this whole time for like 3 months and you've never," and she's like, I just assumed you got them. And she showed me her phone where she texted me. She sent me this nice, like, long message around Christmas because I gave her a really nice tip at Christmas time. And she was like, "I just saw how much your tip was. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas." I never got it. So she's, because I would have responded. So she's probably just thinking, wow, Libby just isn't responsive. But we discovered whenever she tried to text me her Venmo link that she had my number in her phone wrong. So I still need to pay her. I haven't paid her yet for this week. But yeah. My light. I need to clean my light off. See, Lizzie says, I will say it really sucks when you thought everything was genuinely good with a relationship and then you get blindsided realizing the other person didn't see things the same way. I agree, Lizzie. And I think that's what a lot of this is. I think a lot of this is just Beck is looking back at the relationship through a different lens. And I want to say that I've even heard Beck say, maybe last year or a year before when she was doing videos with Logan, when they were doing videos with Logan, that they started watching reaction channels and started looking at things differently. So it's, I don't know. You can look at it through all these different lenses. Was Amber a great partner? No. No, she was not. She was very rude and hateful towards Beck a lot of the time, and insensitive a lot of the relationship. And I think a lot of these issues stem from just maturity issues, but also the mental health issues and being self-centered and all of these things. Hopefully Amberlynn, you know, she has grown some the last few years, and hopefully therapy will help with these things. Because it would be very hard to be in a relationship with somebody with these issues and be able to feel like you can genuinely be yourself when you feel like you are walking on eggshells around this person or have to constantly cater to this person.
I have thought about getting lip fillers. Yes, I have. So my laptop is about to die soon, so I'm going to go soon. And I'm also hanging out with a friend.
Oh, hanging out with a
So I
friend.
have like a little bit of a time limit here. Am I reading anything interesting? No, not currently. I do have friends, Sarah. No, it's not Dalton. Stop. You just lied about what, honey? Because I didn't. But they felt coerced to do those things. That's a crazy word.
Coerced. They felt coerced. Coerced. Amberlynn, coerced. Coerced.
To use. That's how I felt about Casey. But yet no one wants to believe a single word that I say about any sort of situation. It's just like pointless at this point, you know?
I think Amberlynn, I know this is an old video, but I think this point moving forward, she needs to just stop mentioning anything about any of her exes, unless it's something like, oh, we used to go see this movie together, or we used to do this. And unless there is something just completely out of pocket that somebody says that she's like, no, this is 100% not true, then she can just come on and be like, hey, look, they said X, here's how this is wrong. I think hopefully moving forward after this break, she will not be talking about any of her exes. Same friend that she had plans with last night. She says she might not do the live stream if her plans with her friend went long. Yeah, she did say that, didn't she? Yeah, and she didn't stream until midnight. So I don't know who this... I mean, she's allowed to have friends. I'm glad she has friends to go out and do things with. Lord knows, I don't. I could go do things with a group of lesbians in the city, but because like one of my friends runs this little like lesbian get-together group. But I'm so bad in social situations and meeting groups of new people. Plus, it's like a 45-minute drive for me into the city, and I work all the time. So I'm glad Amber's doing things with people and going out with friends and doing these things to, get out of the house, get her mind off the breakup, and just do things with people, be social, so she's not sitting at home by herself.
What is a narcissist prayer? Oh, Zoe, you're gonna have to go back and watch. I'm gonna keep this up. Is your friend your age? Yes, older.
Oh, older.
But yeah, it's weird because like Beck never said no. Like Beck genuinely, like it was like, hey, you want to do choosy? And they're just like, yeah. Like there was never like, no, I don't want to. Doesn't seem interesting. Like there was never like any indication they didn't want to ever. So okay, if you guys are in that sort of situation, I'm being absolutely genuine with you. So you're in a relationship and there's something that you do that's fun. Let's say painting. I don't know. Say you paint, and you want your partner to do that with you. And so then you're like, hey, do you want to paint with me? And they're like, yeah. So you guys paint together. But then years down the line, they're like, I was forced to paint. I'm being 100% genuine. What do you do with that? They never act bored. They never acted like they didn't like it. Like,
I think Beck just naturally looked like they're bored and pretty low key. So it can maybe be hard to tell. But I think Amberlynn may also have issues reading people and picking up social cues, possibly. I don't know. It's a possibility that maybe Amberlynn genuinely did not notice these social cues from Beck. Or maybe Beck isn't great at giving social cues. You can't expect people to read your mind. You really can't, especially in a relationship. And you can't be like, well, you should have known. That's putting it onto that person whenever you should be expressing your needs and wants and desires. You can't expect people to pick up on social cues or behavior sometimes because they just may not notice or they may not be good at those things. I don't believe Amber is neurodivergent in that way, but there are people that genuinely, because they're neurodivergent, can't pick up on these things. So you can't expect that people will pick up on these things. For a lot of people that are neurodivergent, they have to learn certain social cues and learn certain social behaviors so that it becomes a learned behavior. So if Beck genuinely did not enjoy these things, Beck should have said, hey, I really don't like doing these things. So I think, in a way, that now again, I haven't finished watching all of Beck's Q&A videos, but for Beck to be coming out now and being like, yeah, Amberlynn made me do these things, I hated it, then why didn't you say anything? It's not like Amberlynn was holding a gun to your head being like, you have to play choosy, you have to, pluck my shoulders and back. Beck probably did these things because she wanted to keep Amberlynn happy because they were in a relationship. Nobody made her do these things. Now, is it possible that Amberlynn could have gotten upset if Beck didn't do these things? Sure, that's a possibility. But I honestly don't see Amberlynn getting upset about, oh, you don't want to play choosy? Okay. Now, Amberlynn getting upset because Beck wouldn't go get a Big Mac for her? Yeah. I could see Amberlynn getting pissy about that because Amberlynn was a food addict and still is a food addict. So, I don't understand a lot of these things being brought up now and trying to demonize all of these things. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I've been single for so long and I'm not good in relationships apparently. Maybe that's why I'm just not understanding these things. But I would imagine in a relationship that's I mean, it's been a while since I've been in a relationship, but if it's like, hey, I don't really like doing this, but my partner enjoys doing this, and I want my partner to be happy. I wouldn't later be like, oh yeah, my girlfriend made me do this thing, and I hated every second of it. It just seems like a little bit of revisionism here.
I'm just confused.
I'm confused too, Amberlynn. It's okay.
Like, I actually want advice because I'm confused. I'm genuinely confused. Was Beck scared to say no?
So again, somebody in chat said because Beck was scared. Again, so I said that I can understand people. Like at that time, Amberlynn was unregulated, wasn't on she may have been on bipolar medication, I think, but it's possible that one little thing could set Amberlynn off, and Beck didn't know what that was going to be. But at the same time, it's like then you should have pointed these things out. At the time. And if playing choosy with someone makes them happy and it's your partner for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you can play choosy with someone that you love for 20 minutes to make them happy, even if it's not something that you enjoy 100%. You know what I mean? I mean, it's Fiona's mom, that's what I'm thinking. It's frustrating that Beck is playing the victim card. That's how it comes across. For a lot of these things, it does come across that way, Fiona.
No, because they said no to everything else. And I'm laughing because it's like, we didn't do a lot of things together. Like, I wanted to like play board games and play video games with them and like get into like TV shows together. We didn't do anything together, So because they had the freedom in saying no, if you didn't want to do something, then don't. But like, they never indicated they didn't want to do choosy. But like, you know what? Genuinely,
I don't know why such a big fucking issue.
I'm sorry. Like, if I never noticed they didn't enjoy it or something, I'm actually genuinely sorry for that as well. I'm sorry for them doing something they didn't want to do from the bottom of my heart because I did.
And Beck could have used their words and said, hey, I don't feel like playing this. Again, Beck could have felt like they couldn't say this thing because they thought maybe Amberlynn would get upset. But it's still could have said, hey, I don't want to do this.
I didn't even know. And I wish I can go back in time and like pick up better on vibes and understand that like, actually, you know what? Beck doesn't want to be doing this. So I'm sorry for that. That's something else that I'm actually sorry about because I feel so dumb. Like, honestly. Yeah, I genuinely feel really dumb about that.
Working with a registered dietitian can be a game changer in achieving your goals. Here's what you unlock through Faye. Most clients pay $0 per.
How did they say yes? What was their body language and nonverbal communication? The same as like always,
Wait, what was that?
How did they say yes? What was their body language and nonverbal communication? The same as like always,
That's not helpful. But Beck didn't seem super emotional about things. I mean, Beck got excited about like things that Beck was interested in, but you know, if it was just a normal, like, hey, all right. I mean, and I don't know. Yeah, I just
Someone
don't
said
know.
Beck seems problematic too. No one's perfect. Address the text messages with Destiny. Yeah, it was just me being controlling as fuck. Controlling as fuck.
Yeah, sure. I don't recall those. I'll have to try to see those. I think Destiny sent some to Beck. Yeah, we've established Amberlynn was very controlling, and that's not great. Yeah, Fiona's mom. They might be disappointed, but they'll get over it, right?
But to be honest, wait, hold on. She had her love goggles on. Now they are off, and she perceives the situation differently about it now. Amy, yes, that too, 100%. I've been in situations like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I totally relate to that. What was I saying? Oh, about Destiny. Like, never mind. We're not even.
Even if you did those things because you love the person, right? I mean,
Let me get into that. I don't even care. I genuinely don't care. Susan, I love you too. Hello, hello. Did you free bleed? No, free bleeding is just like there was nothing there. No. It felt like I was because I was wearing like a rag and like instead of a pad, but no. But just for the lack of like semantics, it's just easier to be like, yeah, I free bleeded.
free bleeded, free blood.
Yeah, it was like a big rag that I had to wear all the time because I was bleeding so much.
I wish Amberlynn would have went sooner, because if your period is lasting that long and that heavy, there's something wrong. And if you were doing this for months, I mean, luckily she went. I'm glad that she finally got it sorted out, but yeah. Come on.
Kennedy, it was sad. It was hard. It was really fucking scary. Your exes are snakes. Oh my god, Catherine. Are you mad your exes did a live about you? Mad? No. Do I have other emotions? Yes. You're amazing. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. This is moving so fast. What happened to make Nikocado not like you? I have no idea because we never had like a falling out. How did you bleed that much and not see Dino? I don't know. Do you believe your exes are grifters? What's a grifter?
Some people do believe
She was free
that.
bleeding and posted it on Snapchat. No, that wasn't me free bleeding. That was me gushing blood and I had to get rushed to the ER.
That was her in the hospital, right?
That's not free bleeding, honey. I was dying. So thanks for that. Oh, Jesus Christ. You can hate me all you want, but like calm the fuck down when it comes to that. I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, yeah, there was one thing in her. I think it was Salty Crab called her Raglan Bleed instead of Amberlynn Reed. That's not. That's not cool. I mean, one, if it was just a normal period, why are we making fun of women's cycles that are heavy? Not cool. Two, Amberlynn was bleeding so much because she had cancer. It was a symptom of her cancer. I don't. It's very shitty to give somebody a nickname. Plus, Raglan, it's a stupid fucking nickname, first of all. But to be making fun and making light and joking about somebody bleeding that profusely, whether it's a heavy cycle or because of cancer symptoms, not cool. Not cool to do at all. It's pretty shitty. Pretty shitty to do in my opinion.
Where are we on Snapchat? Because no one believed my story, and I was like in this like weird state of mind, so I posted proof.
Don't Snapchats go away after like after somebody sees them? Again, I have a Snapchat, but I don't know how to use it, so I don't.
Thank you, Squirtle.
Oh, we have Pokemon?
Thanks, Jay.
Why are people calling her hittable face Linda? I don't know.
How much will I be long? I'm probably gonna get off here soon.
She does in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have attitude when people talk shit about my cancer journey. That's the only time I will have an attitude. And I have every right. You could be rude to me about anything else. I do not care, but like that is not okay.
Yeah.
Is she texting the nursing home? Oh my god.
Fiona's mom. I'd be heartbroken if Fiona's dad told strangers things that happened in our relationship. Yeah, Fiona's mom. I don't understand people wanting to try to spread this tea, getting this personal information about Amberlynn. Sure, talk about the relationship and how it affected you and things that happened to you in the relationship. But if there's things like Amberlynn's bleeding during cancer, I haven't seen this Q&A yet from Beck, but something about using a rag on a counter to wipe her ass, I think. I haven't heard this from Beck, but I've seen things come through during Amber's live streams. These are all things that don't need to be shared. Alexis trying to start shit and spread shit. It's just, if you care about your friend, even if it's Amberlynn or somebody, like, why spread these things and say these things? I don't understand it. How would you feel if somebody came out and shared these type of personal details about your life? It's just not okay. These are private, personal things that you're sharing or is happening to you in a relationship. It shouldn't be tea fodder for if you break up and things go badly. It's just, I just can't respect people that spread that kind of shit. I don't care for it. I mean, I don't know how Amberlynn's going to be able to ever trust anybody ever again. She's going to be so guarded, in my opinion, like with people being like, hey, let's be friends, or like, hey, let's do this, or hey, I want to date you. She's going to have so many guards up with that person. It's at least for a while, because it's just like, who can she trust now? I feel kind of bad for her. I mean, I really do. I mean, she's being put in some pretty shitty situations with, like, not being able to trust anybody now. And yeah, she wasn't a good girlfriend. She wasn't a good person. Hopefully she's working on growing and getting better, and hopefully therapy will help that. But people spreading these things like, oh, tea, it's not helping. It's not. All it is giving people fodder to harass her. Like, I know people don't like Amberlynn, and that's fine. It's fine to not like something somebody has done in the past. But unless Amberlynn has personally affected you, and I would say of her 245,000 subscribers, there's like 5 people that she's maybe affected personally, and that would be her exes, and maybe people that are friends with her exes. It doesn't concern you. And it's like, yeah, you can be like, yeah, I don't like this YouTuber because of this. But why harass them? Why just be nasty and mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't understand it.
Those people are just horrible.
Yeah, Lizzie says people should not talk about her cancer. That's inappropriate. I agree. Fiona's mom, yes, I heard that too. Oh, but about the washcloth, unreal. Fiona's dad has done things for me during my health issues, and I'm not proud of. And if he shared, just low down. And then Fiona's mom continues, I feel badly for her too, and I don't particularly care for ALR, making me defend her. Those are fighting words. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I don't have really feelings on Amberlynn one way or the other. I think she's done shitty things in the past. I think she's hopefully trying to work on those things. I don't know Amberlynn personally. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know what goes on in her head. But hopefully she can work on these things and get better. But keeping people keeping bringing up these things in the past. Oh, spam. Continuing to bring up the person that you were 5, 6, 7 years ago isn't helping. And Amberlynn hasn't been doing a great job of being accountable for things. She is trying. She's trying. But there are certain things, mental issues that she has that don't allow her mentally to do these things. She has to find a way to justify things still. And that's where her accountability is coming into question. Lizzie, I found out about the rag thing because someone was recreating it on TikTok. I don't even know where it was originally. Yes, Lizzie, I saw that too. That came across my FYP too. I saw that person. Was she like, okay, I'm 5'3", the same height as Amberlynn. This is a standard size sink. And she put a washcloth on the corner of the sink. I saw that video too. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now, I will say, depending on the age of your house, in my house, my bathroom sinks are actually lower because my house was built in 2001. I've replaced 2 of the sinks in the house, bathroom sinks. I have one more that I need to replace. So it could have been a lower sink. But yeah, I saw that too.
No, it's not cute. She's texting Dalton. Oh my god. Anyways, does anyone else have any more questions? Because I'm fixing to get off. My friend's about to pick me up.
I think Amberlynn should stop doing public lives.
Do you feel better after this live?
Some of these people in the lives are just horrible, horrible people. How can you... I hate when I don't like making people feel bad. I hate hurting people's feelings. Like, sometimes I'll say something and I'll be like, oh, that was kind of mean. I hope I didn't hurt Amberlynn's... I even feel bad if I hurt Amberlynn's feelings. I don't know how people can come into some of these chats and say some of the vile things that they say. I just don't understand people. Maybe I'm just too nice. Oops.
Yeah.
Somebody said she's ready for a Big Mac. I could go for a Big Mac.
I feel about the same. I don't know. I think I need to just like go get some fresh air. Just, you know. Are you bisexual? No.
Also, you can get your very own Grab Onto My Chonk Chonk mug. I posted the link in my Discord. Let's have a cup of tea.
Are you going to the Cheesecake Factory? That's literally not open. I wish.
I think our
I don't think any
Cheesecake
restaurants are
Factory
open right now.
closed.
We both had hygiene issues.
Now that's throwing shade at Beck. That I assume that was about Beck. It's those types of comments that people use to say that you aren't really being accountable whenever you say when you throw out little jabs like this, like during the member stream when you were like, all I have to do is text 4 letters, a 4-letter name, or, oh, Beck and Hannah and Rafe were in a throuple. It's these kinds of things that make people say that you aren't really holding yourself accountable because you're jabbing back with these little jabs. My nose itches.
Are you gay? I am.
Yes, Amberlynn's
Where did you take accountability for anything? Watch the whole live
lesbian.
back. I believe you did have cancer, but what did Beck do for you to blame her for your diagnosis? Remember accountability. Well, I'm a dumbass bitch, and I said how I didn't blame Beck for that, but I did at the time blame Beck for not taking me to an appointment sooner, and for that.
Yeah, and it's not Beck's responsibility.
That's fucked up. That ain't right. They would have if I would have asked sooner, quicker, faster, this or that. They would have taken me. So at the time, blaming her years ago, stupid behavior on my end. Stupid behavior on my end. I already talked about the condition to drive. Becca was medicated for 3 months out of the 5 years we were together. You can go back and even look at the vlogs. And during those 3 months, which I already talked about in this live stream, I should have never asked them to drive ever. Ever. So I also took accountability for that. It's almost like I'm a dumbass bitch.
Yeah, Lizzie, I'm sure Beck did have hygiene issues considering how bad their mental health was and how zombie-like they were at times, but we don't need to talk about this stuff. 100%. 100%. Fiona's mom, did Amberlynn have chemo treatments? I do not know. She had surgery, and they removed her uterus. I think that's all they did because it did not spread. I don't believe Amberlynn ever had to have any radiation or chemo because they removed everything that had the cancerous tissue, which is why she has to go back and have scans like once a year just to make sure that there are no other cancerous cells popping up anywhere. So yeah, I believe she only had the surgery to basically have a hysterectomy.
Finally the truth. Do you masturbate? I do.
Why do we have to answer these types of questions? Oh my god. Why do people want to know? Why do people want to know these things? Why would you go up to a stranger and ask them, do you self-pleasure? Why would you go up to a stranger and ask this of them?
Did your hair get matted and did Beck help with that? Yeah, one time. Did you only watch movies for 10 minutes at a time? Yeah, sometimes. Because my attention span's really bad.
I don't. Oh God.
Are you?
That's why I have to be on my phone or something. I mean, like I can just watch TV, but I can't do one thing at a time, and that's partly because I feel like I need to be doing something productive, and I can't just sit and watch TV. So I'm either like working or doing something else, or I'm listening. Yeah, I understand, but yeah.
Going to continue being honest after this? Yes. As before, but have you ever been in love and with whom? Yes. Oh, with who?
This is how I'm making
Destiny.
sure my family's routines stick. I keep track of everything for my family, and I'm on top of it all.
She was in love with Destiny. She might have been in love with Crystal. Might have been in love with Casey. But Destiny for sure. Wifey. And Tommy.
Oh my god. True in love. Truly in love.
I guess you might love the person you're with, but then when you're in a different relationship later, you might be like, wow, I'm in love with this person and I wasn't really in love with that last relationship. I don't know. I think you can feel different types of love in your relationships for different people. I don't know.
That's hard to
says the single woman that can't maintain a relationship, so what the fuck do I know?
answer. Do I have to say who?
No, you don't.
But yes, I've been in love. Thank you, Lou. Is there ever a point to where you would air others' dirty laundry as well? Would you ever be enough is enough? Point for you. Not saying you should, just curious. I'm glad that you've noticed that I'm very much not the type that has aired out.
But she has been taking little jabs here and there. She might be doing full videos answering questions about people, but she is throwing these little jabs out like, oh, I wasn't the only one that had bad hygiene. Oh, Beck did this. Oh, Beck did. She's throwing out these little jabs.
Any dirty laundry on anyone. Yeah, we ain't gotta talk about the whole Destiny thing. I'm already feel pathetic about that. But like the whole Alexis thing, like the Beck thing, like I'm just not one to really do that. And I would feel worse doing that actually. Because like I felt worse after the whole Destiny thing, and I was like, that's not me. That's not right. That's not okay. So I learned from poor behavior is what I did. I learned from poor.
You don't even ask your husband that, Fiona's mom. Well, I mean, yeah, why would you ask a stranger that? You didn't get married until you were 50, so there's that limit. Well, hey, I don't know why I looked at my watch. I have 20 minutes then. No, I have 4.5-ish years. I'll be 46 this year. We'll see. Maybe I'll be in a relationship one of these days. Who knows?
poor behavior. I did something shitty, learned from it, and realized that's not how it's gonna go. Yeah, I'm referring to the Destiny's Brother thing, which also in the beginning of this live stream I apologize for. My chest looks like a Christmas ham all tied up. Okay.
What?
Are you afraid of immobility? If you become completely immobile, how will you handle it? And will you hire a care facility, or will you just find another girlfriend? You're welcome for the super chats. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm afraid of it. If that ever happened to me, I don't know what I would do. I don't have an answer for that. Would you let a grown man stranger hang out with your little sister? If you're talking about Nick and Libby, it is a weird situation. Nick was 18, Libby was 16.
It's weird hearing it's weird hearing her say Libby. 'Cause I'm like, what?
It is kind of weird looking at it, like, but 18 and 16, it's 2 years difference. I guess I would feel a little uncomfortable. So you're right about that. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Fiona's mom. I appreciate that. If you know any single lesbians, send them. I'm kidding.
He was only 18. Yeah.
Somebody in chat saying he was 21. Somebody said he's 25. Somebody said he was 20. Apparently nobody knows how fucking old this Nick guy was. Amberlynn says he was 18. And I think she still knows him. So, I mean,
He wasn't even able to drink. Yeah, he was young.
from what I remember him looking like, he did have a full beard, but I know guys at 18 that had full beards. Some people just look a little bit older.
And like my brain, like I was so like immature that it just, you know, I was dating Destiny. Me and Destiny were like 4 years apart. Like,
Destiny was also very immature. I think Destiny's still pretty immature, but
I just felt super immature. It's a time of my life that it's just like, it's so dumb. So dumb.
somebody said he was 35. People saying he's 20. You can drink legally in Alberta, Canada at 18. Well, we're not in Canada, are we there, honey? You said 20 in the vlog. Maybe he was 20. I don't know. Maybe Amberlynn's not remembering.
Where are you always the one getting broken up with? I'm not always, no.
You know, sometimes you just get broken up with. It happens.
Like I broke up with Feline, which I already told you guys about that. And then it was me. I looked over at her and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And she agreed. So that's what like made it mutual. I broke up with Erica, which that whole thing was fun.
Okay, so... Well, the Erica situation, that was just a fucking mess. So Amberlynn broke up with Wifey. And Wifey said, I agree. You know, somebody said you did not.
Fucking weird, man.
Fiona's mom, it's weird. I was 14 dating an 18-year-old. I was a freshman dating a senior. Now I think that's horrible. Yeah, I mean, when you're that age, it doesn't feel like that much of a difference. When you're an adult looking back at those ages, you can be like, wow, that's kind of a big age gap. But it's really at that time in your life, it isn't that big of an age gap, especially if it's like a guy, because guys tend to mature slower when they're teenagers. So an 18-year-old dude might kind of feel mentally on the same wavelength as a 14-year-old girl. But like when you're in high school, you don't really see the age difference. It's more like, I'm dating a senior. You know, it's almost like a badge of honor to be like, oh, I'm dating a senior and I'm a sophomore or I'm a freshman. And you don't notice or think about it. The actual age. Yeah.
April, were you there? Like when someone's like, you're lying. It's like, were you there? Like that's the part that's weird to me. Off the floor turtle. What? What about a turtle? Erica was a troll that fell in love. When will Acrylic Lynn make a
Yeah, that's just fucked up.
appearance? Probably never. No, I'm joking. Not anytime soon. What ex gave the best? Oh my god, stop. Tony. I guess I can answer some questions like that. Why not? Does your exes sharing their similar experience help you recognize your negative relationship patterns? Yeah, for sure. That's actually a really good question, for sure. Yeah. Someone's like, bro, you're literally 36. I barely just turned 34. Do not age me by 2 years, please. Is she
Yeah, Amberlynn is just 34. Um, Somebody said, why are you allowed to bring up things from 30 years ago, but your ex is not allowed to speak up about what happened to them during your relationship 3 years ago? I don't know what they're talking about. If Amberlynn's talking about things that happened to her whenever she was a kid and how it's affected her, yeah, fine. And the exes can bring up things and how they affected them. But it's like, when do we get to the point when it's just like, enough's enough? Like, you've said your piece. People keep asking the same things over and over.
High off Delta 8. No, I haven't been high in almost 2 months. Oh, baby girl.
Oh, bless you.
A bad dream. My favorite milk? I don't know, like chocolate.
Milk.
Did you think Destiny was going to be your destiny? I think at the height end of our relationship, yeah, for sure.
I don't think anybody goes into a relationship thinking, yeah, we're going to break up in 2 years. I mean, if you're with somebody in a relationship, I mean, yeah, you might be thinking, yeah, we're just going to date for a while, have fun together. You might not see them as anybody long term, but yeah.
Thank you, Megs. Yes, it feels good to be sober. Like, I was thinking about coming on here and having a few drinks with you guys, but I was like, I need to be sober for this.
No, she did that this week.
Yeah, Sadie T, 1,000% sober. Like, where's a drug test? Where's an alcohol test? Give it to me. Is there alcohol tests? Yeah, I think there are. This is completely sober.
It's called a breathalyzer. So somebody's bringing up that clip that I think Mr. Snowflake showed in his video where Destiny had said, Amberlynn says she'd be a PDF for Darlene, and then it cuts off immediately. If you continue that clip on, Amberlynn looks at her like, oh, I did not say that. So people are clipping things to make Amberlynn look bad, which is nothing unusual, but Amberlynn did not say that.
I will super chat $500 if you tell us the real reason you quit.
Hold on.
I will super chat $500 if you tell.
You thought Jade broke up with her after the potato choking episode? It was later than that. It was a few months after the potato incident. But no. All Amberlynn had said at that time was it was a mutual breakup.
Tell us the real reason you quit. Ozempic, save your money, honey, because I've already told you. Good job on abstaining from Delta. Do you think Alexis is trying to scare you by talking about lawyers? What do you think drives her to keep talking about you? Alexis likes to be loved. She likes to feel wanted. She very money.
Amberlynn does too. Amberlynn wants to feel loved and wanted.
It's always been about the money. Alexis's ex and I are still friends. And
Alexis's ex, huh?
Like, I have all the screenshots of Alexis like literally saying I'm only doing this for the money. So have fun with that, Alexis. Like, weirdo.
Of course she is. I mean, I don't understand why else. Because all she's doing is posting shit about Amberlynn. I bet if she were to post a vlog, it would get a fraction of the views that people are watching her Amberlynn videos. Because people in Girl World or whatever don't give a fuck. All they care about is tea about Amberlynn.
Now you're talking about Alexis as if you're not the exact same way. I haven't aired out anything of hers. Oh, and I have stuff, trust me. I want you guys to ask her about...
No. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, I need to stop. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. No. Stop. I'm not doing it. What's the one relationship you regret the most? Casey. Why are you going out at midnight? Oh my god, wait. I have to go. I'm just hanging out with some friends. 2 of them.
Oh, 2 friends. Ooh.
You and Lex are made for each other. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, like, I genuinely had a great time.
I just got an order in from Free People. I wanted to do a little styling sesh because I've been really excited about getting...
Are you a rustic rebel? Or is that the wrong... Ah! Oh, my microphone fell off the stand where I had it. All right, so we're gonna hold this up here. I have it clipped to my stand over here, and the clip came off whenever I moved my microphone. So we're just gonna hold this right here. Or, you know what? Let me change my input. Oh, I can't. I can't change my input, so we will just hold on. Well, you know what? 1 second, let me reattach my mic. We're almost done with Amberlynn here. Give me 1 second. All right, we are back, and hopefully, all right. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Alexis's friend. Like, we vibed for real. And I hate that she has to sit here.
I forgot what you
had a
said.
great time being Alexis's friend. Like, we vibed for real. And I hate that she has to sit here and lie and all this and that and like share all the tea and like Amberlynn was actually copying my personality. No, we genuinely were just so fucking similar that it literally left my jaw on the floor. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you about that. Like, but she had to go and fuck it up. So
I don't. Yeah, the whole Alexis thing is just fucked up. It really is, in my opinion. I think it's shitty what Alexis is doing.
it's gonna be FaceTime. No, I'm like physically leaving. Someone said double hand jobs. Stop, I was 15. I was 15.
Ew.
She's gonna binge. No, I'm probably gonna eat something though for sure later. I skipped questions. This chat is moving so fast. I'm probably skipping a million things.
Probably.
Am I getting drunk? No, I have not drank since the beginning of January.
Well, that ended this week, didn't it? And 4 White Claws. Granted, White Claws.
The accusations
aren't
about
super
you are
strong.
exaggerated, and your exes are monetizing off of their experiences. Their feelings are valid, but also abuse is a stretch. Thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate anyone's opinion, of course. Do you think you have long COVID? Probably.
No. I don't think she does at all.
How can you have a lawyer on standby when you're cheap as hell? I'm not cheap. Do you guys not see how much money I spend constantly? And my whole thing where Alexis is like, Amberlynn never paid for anything. I'm sorry that I had a freaking girlfriend at the time that liked to buy things for me. And secondly, have you ever heard of Venmo? Like, I don't like using my debit card. It's like a weird thing.
Have you heard of Venmo?
Okay. Alexis is annoying.
She's
Sorry, I'm
been
having a moment.
twirling that hair all
I knew long
night.
COVID would enter the chat. I don't know. Community is getting way too nitpicky. Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you still smoke THC? No. What's your zodiac? Capricorn? Do you like South Park? Never really watched it. So humble. Sometimes,
Come on
sometimes
down to
no.
South Park and
I'm not
have
perfect, you
yourself a
guys.
time.
Why did I lie about Nick's age? Pretty sure he was 18. I know he wasn't old enough to drink. I'm pretty sure he was 18.
Well, 20 is still not old enough to drink, but 20 to 16 is a bit much.
Like, that's what I am remembering. I was only friends with him for a couple of months. I mean, I still, like, oh God, what was it? A couple years ago. He messaged me on Facebook and he was like, I want to come visit, but it never happened. May of 2016, you said he was 20. Oh shit, did I? Okay. Jackie's like, your memory isn't that great.
Okay, maybe he was 20. So if he was 20 and Libby was 16, it's not great. Not great. Um, and at the time, looking back, she's probably thinking, yeah, we shouldn't have let that happen. In the moment, though, with Destiny and Amberlynn both being there, they're both responsible for this person that's underage, and they both allowed this to happen. So it's not a great situation, but Amberlynn and Beck both have memory issues. I mean, I can't remember every little thing that I said. I barely remember what I've said during this live stream.
Thank you. I'm fully fucking aware. Oh my god. Yeah, I have to go. 20 and 16 is awful. Yeah, I agree with that. But it was just like all of a friendship thing. It wasn't anything weird, but still looking back now, I'm like, vomit. It is a weird situation for sure. No, 20 and 16, romantic? No, that is not okay at all. Nope.
I'm reading some of the things in her chat here. And somebody said choosy seafood, boil, or ramen.
Dalton was in his 20s.
Ramen.
Like mid-20s. I don't think chats are disappearing. I don't see any of my mods doing anything.
I hope Dalton
17 is not an adult. No. You should talk about Alexis. What is there to say?
No, I don't think you should.
Do you watch straight porn? No. God, no. I never understood the concept of like lesbians watching straight porn. Like lesbians love a straight porn or like a gay porn. Like I don't get it personally.
People like what they like. Maybe it's the sounds they like to hear. I don't know.
I guess everyone's different. I don't hate group homes. I just had really, I genuinely actually loved the group home I was in, and I still talk to like one of the staff members from there because they were like everything to me, actually. Lurk, your chats are showing up. You said you were shoved down the stairs. That was actually the second foster home I was in. It wasn't a group home. It was a foster home. And I was pushed down the stairs. Yep. Mm-hmm. It was my foster mom who shoved me. When I say foster mom, I've had multiple. So I'm not referring to like my recent foster mom that passed away. No, that was the last foster mom I had was, actually I did. No name. Yes, I did. And so they pushed me down the stairs and I ended up taking their typewriter and throwing it on the floor and completely breaking it. Oh, wow. And I ended up leaving that place because how are you going to push a 10-year-old down the stairs? So I said, bye. Yeah, it is sad. Like, and then the first foster home we went to, like my brother experienced really bad things there. So it was like the first foster home, it was my brother experiencing something really bad. It wasn't me. And then the second foster home, it was me who experienced something bad. It wasn't my brother. So it's just like nothing ever worked out. Like,
and Fiona's mom, weird questions. Corn is another thing I don't ask my. Yeah, I don't know why people are asking a lot of these questions.
Anyways, I'm gonna go. This is why I don't talk about my foster care experience because people like to call me a liar. Yeah, you guys wonder why I'm crazy now because I had a crazy childhood. It is what it is. But I love you guys so much. Like, you guys actually have been way more supportive than I was expecting. Like, I was expecting like constant, just like, but it went way better than I thought. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. It's been 3 hours. I have to pee. Okay, so it's 11:57. I have about 15 minutes. Okay, good. All right. I hope that you guys have a good night, good morning, wherever you are, whatever it may be. Thank you guys. And if you guys want to be a part of my Tuesday live stream, definitely do that because I'm gonna start being more open now. I just feel like, why the hell not? But again, I'm never gonna bash back. Will not happen. So don't ever expect that. I will not air dirty laundry. Don't ever expect that. That's not the type of girly pop that I am. But anyways, love you. Bye.
Bye. All right. So we still have a lot of things to catch up on this weekend, but that was Amberlynn's live stream that she did for everyone. Her free for all live stream. She didn't she didn't respond to a lot of things that Beck had brought up. She did a few at the beginning of the video, but not a lot. So yeah, I think that's why people are upset, because she would say, yeah, I did this, but Beck did this. Or, but yeah, I did this, but Beck also wasn't perfect. That's not taking accountability. That's making excuses. That is justifying behavior because somebody else also did something. That's not taking full accountability. And I think that's where people are having issues. Whenever Amberlynn is like, I did take accountability. It's like you half-assed it. You said, yeah, I did this, but then tried to justify it afterwards. Does that make sense? I'm asking Amberlynn if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I know you all understand it. Fiona's mom says, she acts like she's the only one with a troubled childhood, though. Yeah, it's... A lot of us had fucked up things happen in childhood. I was never in foster care, so I can't speak to that type of experience, but I know people that were. And a lot of people get into therapy for that reason and work through these issues and figure out what the root cause of these problems are, and then they work through them and try to get better. And Amberlynn is only just now, hopefully, trying to do those things, hopefully getting back into therapy. Like, she was starting to make progress when she was in therapy whenever she was with Wifey, and then she quit that therapy. So I'm hoping this next bout of therapy, once they kind of start working through, because she has multiple issues, right? She has the BPD, but then she has these childhood issues. So maybe once, and then like all these other issues, like the food addiction and all these other things. Like I've said before, I think Amberlynn needs a team of people to help her work through her issues and be a better person just for herself, right? For herself and her family. And then if she's able to find somebody that she wants to be in a relationship with, that wants to be with her for her and not for clout or whatever, then she can be a better partner. So, I mean, I want that for everyone, not just Amberlynn. I want that for everyone. So I hope she is able to do those things and just work through her issues and be a better person. She's always going to have people talking shit and spreading lies and things. And in my opinion, she just needs to ignore it after, when she comes back from this kind of sort of break that she took. Hopefully she will just ignore things unless they're completely just off the rails. Like somebody's like, Amberlynn eats puppies. Or something stupid. Just like, look, they can say and talk about what they want, because I think if they stop getting a rise out of her and she stops responding to these things, then they'll stop, right? They'll be like, oh, I mean, people are going to harass her, but people doing the harassment and doing these things do it to get a rise out of Amberlynn. They get a kick out of it. And if she stops responding to the hate and responding to these things, they'll be like, well, what's the point? Because now they're just being dicks for no reason, right? I don't know. Anyway, I have a couple of hours before my meeting. I think I'm going to go downstairs and start some dishes in the dishwasher, because my life is that thrilling, let me tell you. But I might try to stream a little bit tomorrow, maybe for an hour. We'll maybe watch a little bit of something. Hopefully tomorrow night, maybe I can get some Stardew Valley in. I'm hoping this weekend I can play some Dragon Age Veilguard, because I'm not going to be working this weekend, because I've already worked all of my hours for this week. So maybe I can take a couple of days to get things done around the house and just chill for a little bit. That is my hope. So I need to schedule my weekend out. But I just want to thank you also so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you've been able to slog through this with me. For Amberlynn's live that she did last night, I might do a recorded video for it and not make you guys sit here with me and watch it. But just thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the night. I will maybe see you tomorrow. And until next time, be safe and take care.